How would an independent Scotland start its own currency? First, we need to create an electronic currency. At this stage, this isn't real money that can be used, but an electronic version of the currency so that banks and others can get ready. Then, we need to work with the banks to get bank accounts set up. All banks work with multiple currencies, so creating new accounts in a new currency is straightforward. Over 3 years, people would be helped to deal with their bank accounts, standing orders and direct debits and their mortgages. Then, we need to start a central bank with a foreign currency reserve. This is the bank that will manage the currency and protect Scotland's economic interests. The central bank would create a digital payment system like the BACS system you're already familiar with. There are straightforward international standards for how to do this. Then, gradually, we need to start to let people spend the new money so they get used to it. This means letting people pay things like their taxes and receive social security payments using the new currency, even before the coins and notes are ready. While this is happening, we also need to support businesses so they can make sure that they can sell to customers in a Scottish currency.
For businesses that mainly operate in Scotland, this is straightforward.
And those that are bigger are used to taking payments in different currencies anyway. Then we need to hire one of the many companies that produce notes and coins to print our new money. After we've had the competition design what the notes and coins look like. And of course there are a number of other technical things that need to be done, like adapting vending machines and creating a clearing system, which is how banks send money to each other, but these are mainly routine. Then we just depict the day that we want to shift to our new currency. The notes and the coins are distributed to shops and banks in advance, and come midnight, we simply swap over from one to the other. And since the new Scottish currency would be pegged to sterling, meaning it has the same value, prices would stay the same and no one would have to learn new exchange rates. So, really, not as complicated as you might have been told.
There's a lot more detail in Commonweal's reports explaining all of this.
Put Scotland in control of its own future. Support a Scottish currency. Why should an independent Scotland want its own central bank? The answer is simple. Because a central bank is a crucial part of the tools a nation has to regulate, manage, shape and defend its economy. A central bank doesn't provide bank accounts, it manages the country's money, and it has 5 main roles. First, it issues currency, which is to say it prints, mints and distributes the notes and coins used in shops. Second, it supports financial clearing.
This is the way banks transfer money between each other and is part of keeping the money system flowing.
Third is financial regulation. It is the job of a central bank to stop private banks behaving in a way that jeopardises the wider economy or from exploiting their customers. It also has the ability to bail them out if they get into trouble. Fourth is managing balance of payments. Nowadays, this means influencing the exchange rates of currencies to protect international trade. And fifth is price stability, which basically means managing interest rates to control inflation. If an independent Scotland does not have a central bank able to use all of these policy levers to promote and defend its economy, it is vulnerable and could get into serious trouble in the event of a global crisis. Setting up a central bank is easy. There are many models from around the world and lots of people with experience of running them. We just need to set it up and appoint the right people. And central banks make profits, so they more than pay for themselves. An independent Scotland can't take the risk of not having the protection of a central bank. For a strong and secure future, back an independent Scotland with its own currency and with its own central bank.
If Scotland had its own currency, how would we make it strong and safe and protected? Because
because financial traders sometimes try to make a profit by betting on the values of currencies rising and falling, and may even try to make the value of a currency go down.
To stop them, you need a foreign currency reserve. It's like a savings account held in other countries' currencies, and you can use it to stabilise the value of your currency and to protect yourself from attack. It's also a savings account you can use in emergencies like an economic crisis or a natural disaster.
But it needs to be big enough to scare away speculators so they don't try and attack you in the first place. For Scotland, that means we need a foreign currency reserve of about $40 billion. So how would we pay for it? Surprisingly easily. First, we would inherit about $15 billion as our share of the Bank of England's reserve. Next, we'd arrange what's called a foreign currency swap with the Bank of England, where we'd swap each other £10 billion of each other's currencies. And once we launched a Scottish currency, we'd be able to keep all the old sterling notes and coins in Scotland, which would give us about another $5 billion. So that's 3/4 of the foreign currency reserves in place at no cost to Scotland. The easiest way to find the last £10 billion is simply to borrow it. And this would actually save us £400 million compared to what we are paying to the Bank of England now. So this is how we make Scotland's currency rock solid and how we defend our economy from attacks or crises while saving ourselves money. There's nothing stopping an independent Scotland from having its own currency, so support that currency for a stronger economy and a stronger Scotland.